Now, it's unclear where the Adlers are living for the time being, but since the home is condemned, all the utilities have been shut off until the house is brought back up to health and building standards, if ever. In Stony Point, Nicole Edenedo, FiOS1 News.
Well, the snow is relentless here in Valley Cottage, just as it has been all day throughout Rockland County. As you can see, the roads here behind me are still packed with snow. A lot of them aren't even really clear yet. You can't even see the blacktop. Thousands of people from all over New York City and from afar have gathered here in Battery Park this afternoon for this last-minute protest on the Muslim immigration ban. This is just a small fraction of the crowd that you see here behind me. There are so many people here in Battery Park right now, and they all come from all walks of life. Some of them are American citizens, some of them are immigrants, and some of them are on the path to citizenships. Now, if you take a look behind me a little bit more, you'll see there's also several local lawmakers here, politicians, and communities here speaking right now at this protest, which is actually being called the No Ban, No Wall Rally. Now, Bassa and Ortiz are currently being held at the Rockland County Jail until their court date next week on January 4th. Fortunately for the victim, she did not suffer any life-threatening injuries or injuries that needed medical attention. In Central Nyack, Nicole Edenedo, FiOS1 News. Plenty of people have taken advantage of today's free shredding event at WSFS Bank, bringing in old documents by the boxload for a one-way ticket to Shredsville. On a break from cleaning up some of the mess, Pritchard takes us around the property to look at some of the damage, and it's extensive. Paul Coons and I discuss what's on the agenda for the city in 2018. What are some of the most pressing issues that the city hopes to accomplish this year? We're inside what remains of this house after a fire ripped through this two-story home, destroyed everything. Jackie, can you I'm so sorry for your loss. Can you tell me, just go over again what happened?
I was in the Bronx and I got a phone call from my twin boys, Andre. He said, "Mom, come home now. Get a ride and come now, Mom, because the house is on fire." And when I got here, I saw the whole house gone. I came when it was already gone. There was nothing.
Mount Vernon fire investigators at the scene earlier say the fire started at around 10 last night. Wong says her son was inside the home at the time of the fire, asleep in a bedroom near the front of the house, where investigators say the fire likely started. He got out safely. Neighbors discovered the fire and called 911.
Yes, see, this is where they got him from. If they didn't wake him, he would have died in here. He would have died in here. My son would have died in his sleep. Died in his sleep.
The family dog Snowball died in the fire on the second floor. The cause of the fire is still under investigation, but Wong says investigators may have reason to believe it's suspicious.
The fireman said it doesn't add up. Something doesn't add up. And I'm telling him, I said, "Sir, then somebody have to burn my house down because that window was open." So I felt in my gut that somebody burned my house down.
Wong also says the fire department's response time may have contributed to the extent of the damage.
The police department didn't respond and the fire department didn't respond quick enough. No, they did not. Not from what the neighbors were telling me. They said the house could have been saved because it was just a little bit of smoke in one bedroom.
So the cause of the fire is still under investigation, and we'll just bring you the latest details on how this fire may have started and what's next going forward from here. For now, in Mount Vernon, Nicole Edenedo, FiOS1 News. A wet wake-up call for what should have been a routine morning.
I came normally, and then when I passed through old Route 17 and it was the police in there.
And I'm like, what's going on? And then I look and I'm just like, how am I getting to school?
I'm here on Route 17 in Sloatsburg. There's water everywhere here on the road and not a drop of business or a clear sign of when this morning is going to get any better for the people inconvenienced by this water main break. A water main pipe burst sometime at around 4 this morning on the thoroughfare near Liberty Rock Road, shutting down traffic in both directions and disrupting the usual flow of a weekday morning. Emily Morales works at this Dunkin' Donuts. She fought tooth and nail to get here on time.
I have to come to work. Everybody needs coffee.
But there was barely any business. This shopping center plaza's parking lot was empty while water flooded the street and cars slowly trickled away on detours guided by police.
Usually in the morning is our big rush. Everybody's going to work, they're going to the city, they pass all the way through here, and they always order on the go, coming in here, getting a lot of coffees, donuts, but now it's like we're dead.
These students across the street can relate. One says she's supposed to be on the school bus by 6:30 every morning. That didn't happen today.
I was kind of mad because it's just like that ruins my morning a little bit. So I'm just trying to wait till the bus comes.
A road maintenance worker who was here all morning tells us paving had been going on just before the pipe burst. Police say they're not sure if the road work had anything to do with the break just yet. Route 17 reopened a few hours later, people driving off to resume their normal routines after an abnormal start to the day. In Sloatsburg, Nicole Edenedo, FiOS1 News. Thousands of people from all over New York City and afar gathered for protests in Battery Park and around the city Saturday.
The people united will never be defeated.
Organizers are calling it the No Ban, No Wall rally to oppose President Donald Trump's executive orders banning Muslims from entering the country, along with his order to build a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. The crowds today were made up of immigrants, American citizens, and those on the path to citizenship.
I'm a proud Mexican and Muslim, and an immigrant as well. So I'm here, here to support everybody, to support the whole nonsense that's been going on.
Several local lawmakers, politicians, and community leaders attended and spoke at the afternoon rally.
President Trump's executive order is a mark of shame for this country.
This is the second day of protests opposing Trump's latest executive orders on the immigration policy, which effectively bans all travelers from 7 majority Muslim nations from entering the United States.
Oh my God, I just have a baby two years ago and just started my, thinking about our happy life. But what is going on? It is unbelievable. It's like 21st century now.
I think it's really important right now just to show that this is not what our country is about. This is completely unacceptable. It's unconstitutional.
It's important that we're out here to show that we're united with the Muslim brothers and sisters, to show that we can't be divided by someone who's trying to divide everyone.
The 7 countries include Iran, Iraq, Syria, Sudan, Libya, Yemen, and Somalia. The order banning Muslim immigration was signed Friday and has sweeping effects on those travelers and refugees. In Lower Manhattan, Nicole Edenedo, FiOS1 News.